Imagine a continent where an economic crisis struck not once, not twice, but over 200 times in just 154 years. This is not a hypothetical scenario. This is Africa's untold economic story. From 1860 to 2014, Africa endured banking collapses, debt spirals, and systemic failures averaging 1.3 crises every single year. Yet today, against all odds, its economy stands at $3 trillion. How did this happen? And why do some nations like Mauritius thrive while others like Nigeria stagger under the weight of their own resources? The answers lie in the data. The story begins not with independence, but in 1860, at the dawn of the scramble for Africa. European powers carved the continent into colonies, but the real theft was economic. Railways snaked inland not to connect cities, but to extract gold, rubber, and diamonds. Ports shipped wealth overseas, leaving behind hollow economies. By 1900, Africa was already locked into global trade but only as a supplier of raw materials. The colonial system built infrastructure for extraction, not development. When independence came in the 1950s and 60s, new nations inherited economies designed to fail. They borrowed heavily, betting on industrialization, but global commodity prices crashed. The 1980s became the lost decades, as debt consumed budgets. Yet the data reveals a shocking truth: political instability wasn't the main culprit. Banking collapses and sovereign defaults ravaged even stable nations. Then there's the resource curse. Nigeria's oil, Angola's diamonds, Zimbabwe's gold. These should have been blessings. Instead, they became traps. The data shows a clear pattern: nations that relied solely on exports suffered more crises. But South Africa, with its diversified industries, and Mauritius, with no minerals at all, defied the odds. Mauritius pivoted to tourism and finance. South Africa built manufacturing and banking. Their success proves the resource curse is a policy failure, not destiny. Today, a new revolution is underway. Kenya's mobile money and Nigeria's tech startups are driving growth. But the biggest hurdle remains infrastructure. Roads, ports, and power plants are the arteries of commerce, and Africa's are crumbling. The African Continental Free Trade Area could be a game changer, but only if the infrastructure gap is closed. Then there's the population boom. By 2050, 2.5 billion people will call Africa home. Will they be a burden or an engine of growth? The answer depends on education and jobs. The data is clear: nations that invest in skills thrive. Those that don't, stagnate. Africa's $3 trillion economy is a triumph, but the scars of 200 crises remain. The lesson? Economics is not fate. It's choice.